Welcome back to another episode of Parenting in Progress. I'm Korey.
I'm Jordynn.
And we're the Welches. Welcome back to another episode. Man, we're kind of refreshed from the old spring break. Got done with our trip to Colorado. Was a little longer than we anticipated. More on that to come.
Yeah, it was a good trip. I'm definitely not ready to go back to work tomorrow, but spring is in the air a little bit, and I feel like the inside of me is just blooming a little bit. Like, I know that sounds kind of weird, but I just feel like the sun is out. It's getting warmer. The days are longer. I can spend time outside again, and it's just refreshing for me.
Jordan's blooming, everybody.
That's right.
That made no sense. I'm blooming inside.
Like, I just feel like the inside of me, like it's just a breath of fresh air. Like, a new season here. Spring has sprung.
We do have some buds on the trees now. Things are starting to green up. We probably don't have to mow this week, but I'm guessing next week we're going to have to mow parts.
I'm so ready for it.
You ready for us mowing so I have Karlee for 40 minutes?
Yes. Especially in the summer, like when I'm with her all day long, like I absolutely love her and I love the summers with her, but it is nice to make supper in peace or read a book or do whatever for that little bit of time where you get to spend with her. It's nice.
There was a town in Nebraska that hit 3 digits yesterday, not too far from here.
Oh my gosh.
Smith Center hit 3 digits.
Ew. Not ready for that yet.
No, it was crazy. Now it's like 60 degrees and it's chilly it's really windy again, which March is windy for us. So, no, it's been a great spring. I do get what Jordan's at. And the thing that I hate is just the spring cleanup. And then you have to tear out all the dead. We have to prune all the roses. We have to do all this stuff. That part sucks. But when blooms start coming on and flowers start flowering, then that's when I like spring.
And like when you get to go to the flower stores and pick out all the plants and you don't really care the price. You just say that's pretty and I like it and I'm going to get it.
Okay, Jordynn. How was our Colorado trip?
Overall, it went very well. Karlee was a champ. We all had a lot of fun. What are your thoughts?
It's always a nice, good refresher just before the season starts. Because planting's going to start taking underway here in about 3 weeks, maybe a little more, 3.5 weeks. So it's just nice to get away, have a small vacation, take a little bit of time. We decided to take a little bit more time just because we weren't going to have much to do that Monday. Our original plan was we're leaving Thursday afternoon, headed out. Got there Thursday night late. It was about midnight our time by the time we got there. And then we would stay there Friday, Saturday, Sunday we would pack up that morning. And then we would head to Colorado Springs for our little mini vacay, just you, me, and Karlee. And we did that, went to bed Sunday night, and we're like, okay, what are we going to do Monday? Because we're supposed to go home Monday. But yet it's a long drive. It's going to take us all day to do it, especially if we got to stop for her. So what are we doing? And we had a couple things planned. I'm like, Jordynn, we can't do that. We got to do one of those things. And then we got to get out of here if that's what we're going to do. And the more we thought, we're like, you know what? Let's stay a second day. So we got another room booked and stayed a second day and just spent all day Monday around Colorado Springs, had a full day. And Tuesday came around. We ate some breakfast at the hotel and booked it back to Kansas.
Yeah, it was nice. It wasn't nice. It was funny when you were like, well, should we just stay another day? And I looked at you like you never say that. That's not something that you normally do. I'm like, well, honey, I have all week off. So that's up to you. You got to decide if you can take the extra day or what. Karlee and I are free.
So you wanted to stay all week, is what you're telling me now.
No, not really. No, I had a hair appointment. I wasn't going to miss that. That was Wednesday, so we were good. But no, it worked out a lot better because, like you said, we were only going to be able to do like one thing on Monday, and this way we got all day Monday, and we jam packed it. I mean, we did a lot of stuff. And Sunday, like the weather in Denver and Colorado Springs was not nice. It had snowed Saturday night. There was blowing snow, icy roads. There was a couple road closures because of wrecks. So our plans didn't really change a whole lot, but it just wasn't a super great day to be out and about and do some of the things that we wanted to do, which were like all outdoors.
What was your favorite part of the trip, Jordynn? If you had to pick one thing, what was it?
For me or for Karlee?
For you.
Ooh. I think I liked the mini vacation part where it was just us three and we just didn't have a whole lot of plans. Like, I'm a very planner type, and we were just kind of go with the flow. And, one time we had a late lunch, and so we had a late supper, and we swam before that. And it was just good to have a little bit of time with just us three doing things that we want to do, enjoying Karlee, enjoy the vacation, and just having the flexibility to be like, oh yeah, we'll do that, or we'll come back another day. It's just that little, I don't know what you'd call it. Freedom, I guess you call it.
That's what you liked on the whole vacation?
Well, I like the whole Colorado Springs area, is what I'm saying. I liked just us three going around doing things with Karlee, and it was just kind of go with the flow instead of like, okay, at this time we do this, and at this time we do this, and at this time we do this.
Yeah, but technically that's more than one thing. It's
whatever. Well, that's your answer you get. What was your favorite part, Korey?
My favorite part. My favorite part for just me was watching Karlee get along with her family she doesn't see much.
That's not what you said in the car.
What did I say in the car? Oh.
Yeah, see?
So
you want to change it again?
Well.
Hold up. No, I want you to tell me your part that you liked, and then we can talk about the part we liked with Karlee.
I did like that. I'm going to say I have it's not necessarily two. I have like a 1A and a 1B. That was 1A. 1B was we found some allocated bourbon at the local liquor store there where they live in Denver, and it was pretty awesome. We got to see some stuff we never get to see around here in any liquor stores. I'm kind of becoming a collector, fortunately, but unfortunately for Jordynn.
Oh my gosh. His stuff is just all over the kitchen. I've been on him to get a bar downstairs forever. Like, get this crap off of my kitchen counter. One of these days, I'm just going to put it in a box and put it downstairs.
Well, you've already done that, and I brought him back up.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we did find some allocated bourbon that was a real good highlight. Just was like, oh my gosh, we never see this anywhere. It's never out. So we did pick up a couple bottles. Probably spent way too much.
Oh, we definitely spent way too much. And yet he's complaining about this cup that I want, that I could get about 6 cups for how much he spent at the liquor store. So
just because you have like 15 cups.
I do not.
You have a boatload of cups.
Brewmate, if you want to pay for, I don't know what it's called, for me to talk on, sponsor me.
Sponsor?
Yes. Please do, because I'm a ride or die girl.
Ride or die. She is brand loyal to that brand. That's for sure.
Yep.
Lockable lids. She almost had me convinced to buy a cup here not super long ago, but as I'm looking right over here, I've got a Yeti instead. You
still have a birthday and Father's Day coming up.
I do, and there's a couple things that I would want, not from Brewmate, obviously, but there's some things. I'm still exploring my, what would you call it, my tea journey.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're getting another cup, you got to get rid of one, because that's what you say to me. You can have that cup if you get rid of one.
Now, my overflow go to the bar.
Well, that's where mine will go to.
Oh, yeah. Here's this 40-ounce brew mate you can have a drink out of.
No, but for real, brewmate. I'm just waiting for more colors to come out on the new Era Flip. Ugh, that is calling my name in. I'm just waiting for a color to lock in. Okay. If I already didn't have the lavender coffee cup, I would have snatched up lavender already. But none of the other colors are just jumping out to me to spend that much money, so I'm waiting for them to get some more. So hurry up, brewmate, and sponsor me.
Oh my gosh, it's got a straw.
Yeah, but you don't have to touch it.
My word.
And it's still locked. Okay, we need to get off of this because I could talk about this forever.
That is what it is. Yeah, we did. Those are mine.
I really enjoyed the thing when you asked the question earlier, whether if it was for me or for Karlee. For the Karlee piece, I loved getting her to watch her play with her cousins because one is about 7-8 months younger than her and the other one is several years older than her. But she doesn't get to see them that much time, and they played so well, and she just explored a new house and new toys and just all the new things for her. I was talking to Korey about this when we were there. Like, she has no idea where we're at. She doesn't know, and she's just living life. Like, she knows that we're with her and we've got her and we're going to have some fun and she's safe and she's cared for and she can let loose and relax and play. And that was really fun. So like Korey said, we left Thursday afternoon. It was probably 3:45 when we left. And my goal was to not have her be in the car for more than like 2 hours without stopping unless she was asleep. So she made it the whole first 2 hours to the first stop. We got out and played at a little playground, got some supper, and we ate supper in the car. That kind of killed a little bit of car time. The next stop was probably an hour and a half away, but it had a much nicer playground. And so we spent quite a bit of time there, more than we had anticipated. She played, we got our pajamas on her, and then we made the final trek out there. She did fall asleep. It was later than what we wanted, but also realizing that she's in the car and it's not a bed and all the other aspects. It was probably 10 o'clock when she went to bed, but she did really good the whole trip out there. I did have to sit in the back with her for probably two-thirds of the way, just showing her new toys, playing with her, engaging with her. I mean, the bag of toys that I brought from the house is crazy. I also brought some things from school. New toys, new games, new activities are always hits on road trips. So tried to break that up for a little bit. We did break out Miss Rachel for maybe 20 minutes right before she went to bed. But yeah, the whole trip out there, she did great. The trip back, we left in the morning. And again, we had 2 stops, took a good nap. She ate in the car. She was a trooper. She did very well.
Yeah, and when we got there, we got everything unpacked, and we could not get her settled down because she woke up like right before we got to the house. And it would have been about midnight our time, so it was already really, really late. But it probably took us an hour and a half to get her to bed, back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was, I was tired, you were tired. I'm like, because we were trying to not let her cry. If we'd have let her cry for 5 minutes, she would have been out, would have went back to sleep, been done. But we had another baby upstairs and another kid and another parent, so we did not really want her to just shout out. But it kind of ended up working that way, and she only shouted for about 30 seconds, if that, and then she went to sleep.
Yeah, it's not like she was trying to be ornery or anything. I truly think she just couldn't get settled down. She didn't know where we were. You know, she fell asleep in the car, and now we're in some house that's not her house. And it took a little bit, but the other nights, you know, she did great. Nap time, she did great. So let's talk about some of the things we did.
Yeah, so we went and visited one of the Denver Children's Museums, and it was really neat. Lots of stuff to do there, some different things. I mean, we've been to, the Lincoln Museum. This one was totally different. It had some different areas to play in. They had a bubble area, which was really interesting. If she was bigger on some of those things, she would have ate a lot of it up. She's just a little too young yet.
They had a cool water thing in the basement.
They did. That was between that and then the little wind tunnel. That was probably Karlee's favorite, was that wind tunnel. You push these levers forward, they'd kick on these fans and blow air in their little face, and she just loved it. Her hair just blow in the wind. I don't know. Maybe she's like part dog when she sticks her head out the window now.
Maybe. It was also neat that they had an outside play area, and it was a very pretty day on that Friday that we went there. They had like little kids' scooters and chalk, and there was a slide and areas to walk and crawl and climb. And her and her cousin sat in these cute little Adirondack chairs. Oh my gosh, so cute. So yeah, we did the Children's Museum. One of our favorite places to eat when we go out there is Woody's Wood-Fired Pizza in Golden, Colorado. So if you're ever out there, I mean, hands down the best pizza I've ever had in my life. So good. So we did get to go there, and it's always busy and it's always crowded, but I don't think the wait time was too terribly long this time.
No, it was only about 30 minutes. We went and seen a couple stores up and down that main street, and then they started calling our number and went back up there and ate. Karlee ate pretty darn well. She ate a little bit of Jordan salad.
She did eat some pizza.
She did have some pizza. She wanted some more black olives, obviously.
Oh my gosh, she could eat a whole can of those. But yeah, that was really good. We went. Oh, that was the other thing. So my niece takes like a little toddler tumbling class on Saturday mornings, and they had asked if Karlee could join, and they had said, yeah, bring her along. So it was probably 45 minutes of, it is what you would expected of toddlers tumbling, but Karlee would have just spent the whole time at the little trampoline if it was up to her. But I think she had fun. I think she enjoyed doing some of the activities. She didn't like some things or didn't want to do some things, so she had to be brave and try it out. Korey and I were both really impressed. They had a balance beam, and we got her up there on it, and she started walking, and then I was able to let go, and she finished. I mean, she probably did half of it, walking it all by herself to my brother.
Yeah, she did a good job on that one. I did not take my shoes off to go. I figured Jordan, and there was already 3 parents that had their shoes off, so I was just kind of picture taker and just watching, cheering her on. She liked it.
She loved the trampoline.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was nuts. And then they had a trampoline in their house, a little workout trampoline. She was jumping on it left and right. She's a jumping girl.
I know. I thought about asking for one of those little kids trampolines, with the hand bar that you can hold on to, for either Christmas or her birthday. And I was like, I don't know if she's too young. It'd be better if we waited till she was closer to 3. And she loves it. So if I see one on sale, might just snag it up.
And once it was kind of time to leave that Sunday morning, we had planned something to do there just in Denver, so we decided to go to the Butterfly Pavilion. It kind of seemed neat. We thought Karlee might be interested in it. Her cousin told us it was boring. So,
but what 9-year-old boy? I mean, a 9-year-old boy probably would think it's boring.
Oh, 100%. But we went to it, and it wasn't bad. Karlee didn't mind it. She just didn't quite know enough to look up at the butterflies. She was always trying to look down, and she just kind of wanted to run too. She was running all over that Butterfly Pavilion. They did have some neat stuff, which she was kind of interested in. But yeah, it was a neat little thing for about an hour or so, just to kill some time a little bit. And then we headed south to Colorado Springs and braved through the snowy weather. And
yeah, we tried. One of the reasons why we went to the Butterfly Pavilion was to kind of time out nap a little bit. That hopefully when we left my brother's, we could go to the Butterfly Pavilion, eat some lunch, and then she could nap on the way to Colorado Springs. And it took her a little bit, but she did. She napped, and I'm trying to think. We went straight to Manitou Springs. So another little tiny town outside of Colorado Springs. And we did the little penny arcade that they have there. And I've been to it before. We've all been to it once when Karlee was about 5-6 months old. This time we were excited, like, oh, she's going to love all these little rides. There's like probably 50 plus rides. And we got our change, we got our quarters, and she wrote...
How many dollars in quarters did we get?
So they had a change machine, and the only cash I had was $100 and a $20. So we got $20 worth of quarters, and Karlee rode a whole whopping 2 rides.
I think we spent like $1.50 on rides out of $20.
Yeah.
We never did use any of the other quarters really for anything.
No, I still have them in my bag. It's weighing it down.
I believe so.
But yeah, I mean, I was kind of bummed because I thought that she would like them more. And then she told Korey she was scared. But it was also super cold out. And we had our coat on, but it's outside. It's cold. And she's probably like, I don't want to be out here. I just want to be warm. So we did a little bit of shopping. Oh, Korey, you went. There was a tea shop, which was kind of cool.
I know. Now that I'm a tea connoisseur, I didn't really, I don't know. I wasn't ready for a tea shop, I didn't feel like, because I kind of felt embarrassed going in there, feeling like a noob. I'm just like, really? Like this tea place? Like, okay, so what? I buy my tea at Walmart in bags, whatever. Ended up, they had some neat stuff in there. We did not get a cup of tea to go. Should have maybe have. That probably would have warmed our hands up a little bit more. But no, it had a couple tea. We ended up buying 2 kinds of tea, and both of them I'm like, either we're going to like or we're going to hate these things. Well, we're 50%. We're one of 2.
And the one that's a hit is the one that I picked out.
That is true. That is true. The other one's just got a weird taste. I'm going to try it again here sometime. I just don't know if I brewed it too long and it made it nasty or what, but it's got a weird taste. It is a black tea that doesn't have caffeine in it. Didn't realize that. It's like a morning tea without caffeine. Well, the way I've been kind of going is I'll have a black tea in the morning that would have caffeine that is just different than coffee, but no. So Jordynn ended up getting strawberry rhubarb. I don't know if it's pie. I don't think it was pie. I think it's just strawberry rhubarb. But it's good, and it has caffeine in it.
Does it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a medium content caffeine. So who would have knew? Once again, noobs going in there. They do have a website, so I might be purchasing that again maybe if we run through that bag, but we haven't gotten through the bag yet. So yeah, we got some tea there. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. It had, a little shop, something he's interested in. So yeah, but Karlee wasn't too big of a fan. So we went and checked into the hotel. We also ate a late lunch that day, and we've also been hyping Karlee up on swimming. So we're like, let's go check into the hotel. Let's go swim for a little bit. She's only going to be there for like 15 minutes or so, and then we can go eat since we ate a late lunch. And she loved the pool.
She did. She wasn't super duper afraid as much. She did not like getting water in her ears, which I think we got to work on that and bath a little bit, get her more used to it.
Well, they also have like the little things you can stick in them.
They do. I just don't think she's used to it, and it's weird. And she's like, no. Mm-hmm. I think, once we either start up swimming lessons this summer, I think also just dousing her once in a while in the bath. I used to do that all the time. You just be like, oh, sorry.
Such a dad.
I'm sorry. Just got to toughen them up a little bit. But yeah, she did like it. We probably spent 45 minutes in the pool.
Yeah, and I was thinking, all right, we're going to get all ready to go for like 15 minutes, but she's been wanting to go.
And Jordynn and Karlee mainly spent their time in the hot tub. And you're like, wait a minute, you can't put a 2-year-old in the hot tub. The hot tub really wasn't hot.
No.
I mean, her bath water has probably been hotter than the hot tub.
Absolutely.
So it really wasn't hot, I think, because it was just a cold day. It was kind of over by the windows and those types of things. So I think the water cooled off. So no, it wasn't like 120 degree water or anything like that.
No. And I went in there first, and because you were swimming with her in the pool, I was like, Korey, you can bring her over here. Like, it's literally like a bath. And she liked the bubbles, like the jacuzzi jets. And there was a little ledge, to sit around the whole thing. And she liked to walk around that, and she could stand on it. And she had a lot of fun. We ate supper, went down. That was the night we had a suite. So we were able to put her in a separate area than where we were at. So she could go to sleep, and we could still go watch TV and not wake her up or have all the lights on and wake her up or anything like that.
Yeah, that was nice. We just had a door that separated kind of the front room versus the back. And then once we were ready to go to bed, we opened up the door. That way we could hear her and that type of stuff. So it was pretty neat. We did bring the pack and play. That's what we ended up putting her in. So here before long, we'll be able to just get 2 queens and she can go sleep in her bed and we can sleep in ours.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then, so that was Sunday. And then by that point, we decided to stay all of Monday. So we had to go to a store in the morning because Korey seemed to forget every important thing at this trip.
Yeah, it was rather embarrassing. I know what happened is we were packing the night before we were leaving, and I'm just like, man, like, I know I'm going to wear these 2 new T-shirts that I got. So I threw them in the bag because I'm like, I can put them under sweatshirts or whatever. And I'm like, man, like, it's going to be hot out there and it's going to be cold. So like, what do I wear? Like, do I get a long sleeve shirt? Because then I'm going to be hot when it's warm out. Then I'm going to be nice when it's cold. And I never did pick any more clothes out of the closet. So for a 4-day trip, I had 2 shirts.
It was a 4-day turned into a 5-day shirt. 4-day trip turned into a 5-day trip, and you had 2 shirts.
I did. We did buy one after tumbling in Dick's, so that would have added a 3rd shirt, which I wore. And then, like Jordan said, it was super cold, and I didn't have a coat. Forgot it, too. It was in my work truck. I meant to move it over when Jordan come and picked me up when we were leaving. Just forgot it. And so I'm like, man, I'm going to get cold. We also forgot Karlee's gloves. Knew her hands were going to get cold. So we did stop at Shields that morning. I ended up getting a base layer, like a heavy base layer. That I never had one before. So that was, I think I'll use that quite a bit, actually, next winter and fall. Ended up getting some hand warmers as well because I didn't have any gloves. Jordan was the only one that was prepared. Karlee didn't have any. So once we went through like walking of the Garden of the Gods, I would take the hand warmers out. I'd warm them up and I'd give 2 to Karlee because it was better for her to hold on to 2 of them than 1. She didn't know how to alternate. So then I just opened up a 3rd package and kept one for me. So we made it through.
Yeah, it turned out okay. I think she really liked Garden of the Gods.
She did. I kind of had pumped her up that whole day before because I'm like, Karlee, guess what we're doing tomorrow? She's like, what? I'm like, we're going to go see some huge red rocks, bigger than our house. And I pumped her up probably several times that day before. But yeah, she was kind of pumped. She liked it.
She liked them. She liked riding in the wagon. She liked getting out and walking a little bit, kind of climbing on some of the ones that she was able to. But from there, we went and ate lunch, and then we headed to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, which neither of us have been.
And it is a mountain zoo. It's on the side of a mountain. It's about 6,700 feet up.
So you're going to get your workout in.
Oh, yeah, we did. We brought the wagon along. We had enough room for it. We brought the wagon along, and we had some friends that we had talked to about the Cheyenne Zoo, and they're like, oh, yeah, the wagon's going to make you huff and puff a little bit. And it did. It definitely did. You'd have these inclines like, oh, that's steep, but, I can get up that. Man, you are winded. Now, I'm not going to say either of us is really in super duper top shape, but it was like, holy smokes. We did have to alternate that. It was really good. It was more like a children's It was more like a children's zoo.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the one at Lincoln. There was a lot of animals up close. You fed several different animals, had several different activities to do. It was a good zoo. I liked it.
I'm glad to hear that because for a while you're like, oh, we came all the way out to Colorado to go to a zoo.
I was just giving you crap then.
She liked it. It was something fun to do. And honestly, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we all had just a light jacket on.
And you were in and out of buildings. You were in and out of the wind. If we were in the wind the whole time, it probably would have been a little bit chillier. But you're in and out enough, and you're also moving, trying to push this wagon up a 10% incline. Yeah, you're gonna be huffing.
Yeah, and I think it's been probably this summer since we've been to a zoo. So I'm sure she enjoyed getting to see some different animals. And it is good to go to a different zoo, so it's not the same one over and over. So we spent probably 2 hours there, and she also didn't nap. Like we ate a lunch. Like by the time we were leaving to get to the zoo, it was like 1. And then by the time we're at the zoo, it was like 1:30. We're like, well, I guess we're going to see how she does. It's a solid 30 minutes back to the hotel from here, so she could at least nap a little bit. And we just decided, you know what? This is our only day here. Like if she has to go to bed early, she goes to bed early. Like we're going to power through. And she did great. You know, also we were busy and we were looking at animals. We were moving on to the next thing. Now, if we were doing shopping or something like that at this time, it would have been a completely different story. She would have been a mess. But she was actively engaged, happy. She fell asleep probably within definitely less than 5 minutes of getting in the car and moving. She was asleep by the time we saw the deer crossing the road.
Yeah, and after that, we decided we were going to go see Helen Hunt Falls. And it was only like maybe a 10-minute trip from the zoo. And yeah, she was out. It was a neat little place. You kind of had a little windy, narrow road going up to this little falls. And we ended up taking her out thinking, hey, maybe she'll wake up real quick. Because at that point, we're like 40 minutes or so probably from the hotel. So we're like, hey, if she can just last this, then she'll have a 40-minute nap. Well, we got there, took her out. She was having none of it. She was out on Dad, napping hard, just sleeping. So we went up to Helen Hunt Falls. Dad carried her and took a couple pictures, looked at it, put her back in the car, headed back down the mountain, and back to the hotel we went. And then she was good after that.
Yeah, she did great. I'm trying to think.
I've been wondering how close we're getting to having no nap. Like, at what point can we get to having not a nap at all?
It's usually like just from my like past experience with stuff, it's usually about 4.5. Like consistently no nap every day. I think she could probably power through 1 day without a nap.
It'd be tough. You'd have to have stuff lined up late in the day. That's like clockwork.
And she'd have to be busy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think consistently she doesn't need a nap. It's probably like between 4 and 5. And even sometimes at that 4, they'll have a quiet time where they don't necessarily have to go to sleep. But hey, we're laying and we're watching part of a movie, or we're going to listen to some music or something and just have some quiet time. So we still got a little bit left, and I'm not like, I love her, but I'm not ready for her to be not napping. Like that's when I get a lot of good things done.
And I wasn't meaning like consistently. I'm just saying like if we had to power through a day, could we power through a day yet? We're getting real close.
Yeah, we
Give
are.
her another 6 months and we could probably do it.
Yeah. We weren't able to keep the same room at the hotel we were in, so we decided to try out a different hotel. We were going to go swimming, but Karlee has been talking like, no, she didn't want to. She walked by the pool, saw all the kids playing at the pool, still said no. So we're like, okay, whatever. So I think we went to go eat after that, came back. We brought some toys up and we played with some toys at the hotel. She didn't want to lay on the bed with us and even sing songs or nothing. She was tired because she just wanted to go straight to bed. So you laid her down in the pack and play and she was out.
Within 5 minutes,
yeah,
she was gone.
And she was right next to our bed this time. And so we just had the lights dimmed. I think we watched a little bit of TV, scrolled on our phones, relaxed, and then went to bed.
Yeah, and we were tired because we had a long drive back. We knew we had to get up at a decent time in the morning and all that stuff. So overall, it was a really good trip. Enjoyed it. Hopefully Karlee had some memories. We definitely do. We took some pictures as well. We kind of been showing the grandparents the album that we had made on the Colorado trip 2026. So it was good. I liked it. It's a good start for probably the agricultural busy season. Jordan's going to be off here before long. She's going to have summer break, but it's kind of the opposite for me. I just tend to get busy then at that time. So,
well, I'm busy right now. I'm busy like through April. Once May hits, it's like a different kind of busy. It's fun busy. But yeah, I had to spend part of spring break working on an IEP for a meeting tomorrow that I didn't get done before we left. So I've got a couple pretty busy weeks coming up, and then it'll slow down a little bit. But it was a good, refreshing trip to get us into that busy season.
Yep, we'll definitely go back too at some point. So with that, that's our Colorado trip. Appreciate everybody listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for listening to Parenting in Progress. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on YouTube, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. If you're listening to us on other platforms, go ahead, give us a follow and a rating. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.